Yo.
You ready?
Yo, Dot, you good?
And we back.
Professor, you good?
I'm great.
Wow, we're in the studio. We put a lot of dollars. So while you guys was eating, getting that quarantine 15, we was stacking that bread to invest in this studio. And it's literally just a black hole. But we here, man. How you fellas doing?
Oh man, I feel great, man. You know,
What you been up to?
Me, well, I had back surgery, so I'm in the good part of the recovery right now. I'm going to physical therapy, getting more active and all that. Yeah, man, I feel great.
Where's the Biggie chain?
Where's the Biggie chain? Chill.
Nah,
I got
you
the cane right here. Yeah. This guy's drunk. This guy's drunk.
Yo, Dot, how you been, man?
Good, man. Same old, same old. Happy to be back with my guys, bringing the group chat to life in person. Like,
This is crazy. No more Wi-Fi lags.
No more Wi-Fi.
Oh,
no
my
more.
God.
Wait, hearing Zeem yell at the kids in the background. It's just,
Yeah, I always
I already
muted
ate.
myself.
I already ate.
Yo, we're in person, man. Yo, this is great, man. I can't front. This is we got light showing. We got audience in the background. We got what is this called? Mixer right here.
Yep.
Laptops. You got. I ain't gonna touch the mic no more. You know what I'm
Please
saying?
don't.
oh my God, this dude on the road.
This is crazy.
Mental illness.
Yo, speaking of mental illness,
Yep,
you
let's
know,
talk about it.
We really just left Mental Health Month. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And shout out to that month. Shout out to everybody that's in that field. Just speaking to people and obviously being in the education, that thing is a real situation.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to tie it into like one of my favorite artists is Lil Durk. You know what I'm saying? As we all know, guy lost Vaughn recently. Guy lost a producer. And guy lost his older brother.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with that situation? D thing.
Thing. So I guess his brother's a promoter
Yep.
in Chicago, and unfortunately ended up getting shot outside of his club, and ended up losing his life unfortunately. So I just wanted to, what you guys think of that?
First of all, it's just crazy to me. Rest in peace, D thing. I don't know why. I feel like when you get up, you have to go, right? And I mean get up financially. Even if not for nothing, I don't know.
Is he up financially? That's the question.
But I'm assuming your brother is. Envy. Like,
well, we was talking about this off camera.
Yep.
Before the pod started, and we were saying that Lil Durk might be in a position where he could take care of himself, buy himself what he needs, but he has 7 kids. Can he move his whole family out of the area?
So the thing was,
I hear you.
so King Von's uncle
Yep.
actually dropped like a video like begging Durk to stop dropping the ops' name because it's affecting people that have to still be in Chicago. And the biggest thing was, so I don't think it was a financial thing for D-Thang. I think he was already up in his own regards in that club promoting entertainment lifestyle,
Right.
but he was never in the gang lifestyle, so there was never any reason for him to leave Chicago.
Yep.
So that's why the message to Durk is, do you keep bringing these people's name up? Do you start egging them on? When they can't touch you, they're going to touch the thing
People
next
next to you.
closest to you.
So if you're Dirk's family, what do you say to Dirk? First of all, he's a millionaire, so I get that aspect.
Maybe.
But
Maybe
you don't think he's up like
you
that?
You don't know these people's contracts,
that's
what they're
true.
spending.
I ain't pocket watching
Yeah,
like
well,
that. I've seen a
the
lot of success since this quarantine.
he's
I feel
he's the head of his family.
Yeah,
That's what
so
it
he's
is.
the head of his family. We could say that, but you just gotta understand, he comes from a different lifestyle. So, if it's 100% of your family, 75 may be down with that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So it's a constant, war going on for them, and maybe that's just what they're accustomed to. You know?
Right now, I'll be sick, man. I'll think I'm Jinx. I think I'm Hex. I'll start believing in all those voodoo and Illuminati type stuff. But I know where he comes from, Chirac. You know what I'm saying? It's a different world. And obviously how the media portrays it. And obviously my only indulgement into that is my barber, he's from Chicago. So he lets me know about the BDs and the GDs. And I can't lie, he named about 30 other gangs that we don't even know about that just pile up, just similar to a little small, how Providence does. You know what I mean? Not even trying to compare it, but just meaning how OTF is looked at and the BDs is looked at and all the beef that they have. But I'm at the point where just I got to get my whole family out, dog.
It's tough, man, because I think that Durk is probably at the level now where it kind of makes sense where he shouldn't be mentioned, all that stuff. You got a song with Drake. You did a joint album with Lil Baby. But I mean, King Von's death. I mean, we spoke about it. I think before before we took our break. I mean, it was kind of going down that road anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Dirk can't be held responsible for that.
I listen. I'm a true believer. I love when my rappers are believable. Whatever the case. All right, only exception, Rick Ross, correction officer. People want to throw that in his face, whatever. I'm just keeping it real. I like my rappers believable. So when I hear people like Dirk, and even like, NBA Youngboy and Pooh Shiesty, two other young artists who are locked up right now in this entrenched in this gang life, like, how do we stop that? Or do we still, lift it up to another level that we're looking at it, admiring it, because it's like, hey, they practice what they preach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do we view that?
And you got to understand, too, you're looking at this now from a 30-plus-year-old perspective.
True.
When you was younger and you hearing Dipset's wildin' or G-Unit's wildin' and Rough Riders wildin', you're gun-ho, you're like, yeah, I want to do that. Like, like I heard Chad Brown Projects, who they like look up to is Cash Money and Boozy. That's who you want to emulate. Facts. So you got to think like this ain't your like crowd anymore of the music that you're listening to. It's the younger generation, and it's like
they're loving it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you wanna. You're gonna keep feeding off of as the artist. Like, this is what these people want to see. And you ever see that movie CB4 with Chris Rock?
Yeah.
So Chris Rock was from the suburbs. He started rapping, put on his fake image as a gangster or whatever. And then he's got so deep into that image, he started to believe that's who he was.
So do you guys forgive Tekashi 6ix9ine now? Do you get it now?
I think
why you always gotta bring up Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Nah, my problem.
You just gave a great example of.
But these are people from
they do tough things.
Yeah, my thing is
he never did anything
before
tough.
that they was known Young Boy, Pooh Shiesty, Durk. Before they got on their fact records or check their background check. That's what they was about. That's what they did. You know what I'm saying? So now that you got the money and the fame, that's just, you got two decisions to make. You're either gonna turn the other way, or you're gonna use what made you rich in the first place, and it's gonna go times 10. And unfortunately, that's what happens.
Yeah, I think, you know what I'm saying, Doc brought up a really good point off camera that I want to bring on, is that there's no artist development anymore. They're grabbing someone that has an Instagram following, a SoundCloud following, or a social media following, and just saying, okay, this song is hot, we're gonna get this and run with it. And in back in the day, we brought up 50 Cent. 50 Cent got signed in 98, 99, put out a song, got shot, sat down for 4 or 5 years, and then came back up and was had all the artist training and development.
Yeah, but then they started labeling that, your industry plant. So that had a negative.
But there was no
view.
But there was nobody really
then.
back then. There was nobody really, for the most part, doing that independent thing. Like, if you remember, let's take the Lox for instance. Their biggest thing on their beef with Diddy, not only from a money standpoint, was you want to make us wear all these shiny suits. That's not who we are. So there's nobody now that's taking you and saying, all right, I see this is who you are, this is how you rap, and this is what we can turn you into. Mm-hmm. Now you already are who you are, and they're like, all right, let's just ride the wave of your following until the GOAT runs out. You know what I'm saying?
But when you putting money back in an investment on some real gangsters, are you risking that liability?
That music gonna sell it. That music gonna sell even more if you in jail or dead.
Yo, think about this, right? This is how
Great
nasty
point.
it is.
Not even speak on that, but how I think
King
he
Von died.
Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke died, and their music actually elevated, which is understandable, great music, but it's crazy that you don't get your flowers when you're alive or that support.
No disrespect, but if Pop Smoke was alive, people wouldn't talk about the album the way they talk. I think it's a great album, it's good music, but he wouldn't have got that respect of it, and it sucks that it has to be that way.
Because he was top 10 for what?
For months.
If you go to the club, that's all you're kind of hearing for the most part is Pop Smoke.
And if you look at the biggest artists in the game now, guys that sustain for years and years and years, you look at their management or their label, there's someone behind them steering them in the right direction. Like yo, Migos, Little Baby, Cardi B, all got QC.
P and a coach.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and Pooh Shiesty's boss is Gucci Mane.
Yeah,
Like, what's he gonna really? Well, cause he probably like that's his first really like artist to blow. What's he really gonna teach him? You know what I'm saying?
and you look at Yo Gotti at all them rock brunches, hanging around Jay-Z, picking up game. Now he got Moneybagg Yo and some other guys, and he got it rocking. And he's probably showing them like, yo, this is how we gonna do this. Stay away from the BS.
Right.
Or even like yo, I know this young. My bad to cut you off, Zeem, but Young Thug. Like even what he's doing over there with his artists, he's kind of like building like his team. And his, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have like a strong foundation team behind you.
I agree to that. So even like Pooh Shiesty, his situation, he brought a strap to the club. He ended up shooting and he's shooting somebody. Obviously, hookah lounges, even around here, are opening up. These tragedies that happen, these shootings that happen. Are we riding around with straps now? Is that what we got to do in order now that outside's open?
But you got to think, at 21, that kid's gonna think that's cool to somebody talk to me crazy. I gotta pop him.
Yeah.
At 31, you don't think like that. How you think at 21? How many times, Zeem, you been in a party and let's say from the age of high school to 21, maybe even 25, somebody do something as simple as step on your shoe by accident, your new pair of forces that's clean. You know, somebody step on it, they scuff on it. You're gonna want to fight. I seen so many fights break out at the Y party. Off of the dumbest stuff. Somebody stepped on their sneakers by accident. Just as,
But that's what I'm trying to say, though. So now it's not the fighting anymore. Now it's not shoving or you're not even taking to my bags. It's like I'm trying to step to you. I'm trying to.
But I'm saying that leads to something.
It always
outside.
been like that, though, Zeem.
And so now, for instance, if I'm in the club at my age, 30, and another grown man bumps into me. He's instead of being tough and scowling at me, he's gonna look. He's gonna say my bad, and we're gonna shake hands. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At 21, you're not always thinking like that.
Bro, it always been violent. It's just that now, like Sean made a good point. We're older. Like we look at it, these young men look like children, and we're like, dang, like I wouldn't handle it that way. But when we was growing up, guys we knew was getting into it, doing crazy things. It's just that we grew out of it, and the guys that were doing it now are older, chilling, locked up, or just leave that lifestyle up.
I'm just saying right now, like all the stories I be hearing, and obviously I was in the promoter situation where I seen what happened at Club Love with that shooting. I seen what happened at Penthouse New Year's Eve with Jadakiss and that shooting. I seen what's been happening at Noah Lounge and Levels when I was in that promoter game, and then I think quarantine actually sat my black ass down to be like, yo, I gotta really revisit this type stuff. But then as soon as things started opening up again, we're back to these hot streets. So I'm trying to find where's the balance at in regards to, is it safe to go outside anymore? Or should we still wait a little while and let all these knuckleheads get that energy out of them? Like what's the deal?
Go to places where there's people your age.
I think not even that. Like I think it's safe, but like if you're not involved, like obviously there's situations that we hear of in the news where an innocent bystander if you're not involved in nothing and you're not beefing with nobody, like you go anywhere you want, nobody gonna bother you. You know what I'm saying?
Bringing the strap.
Yo, bro, it's like
I ain't got the strap.
We're not in Philadelphia, Chicago, New York. Like it's not like that here.
But you're saying it in a macro because you just went to huge metro cities, but in the actual population, what's transpiring, it's equivalent if you're doing.
So I'll give you the perfect example, right? So I was in a meeting with community leaders, and they were saying how, like, you know, when you hear about a shooting, that it's loud, like it gets a lot of press, a lot of news
around this small area.
Just in general. But there's actually a very small amount of people who are involved in that. Is what Doc's talking about. It's just that when someone gets shot, it's like big news.
It goes,
and I think the fact of it being Rhode Island. And like, you know, or take it to Providence or take it to Pawtucket, where it's like everybody knows everybody or knows of everybody, and makes it that much closer to home. Whereas if like you're in California or LA and that happens, it's like I just saw it on the news. Like you don't even, you might be watching it pass, and you don't even care. Whereas there might be a chance out here if somebody makes the news, you may know who that person is. You know what I'm saying? So,
now I can't lie, man. The vibes. I've been out since we've been open, so I ain't gonna sit here in front. I really been out.
If anyone follows your Instagram, they know you've been out here.
They know I've been out. And the thing about it is like a comfort level because I feel I'm going to a destination where I know my surroundings, I know the people, whatever the case may be, and I haven't got out that comfort zone. Obviously, things are going to find you. People's going to see you, whatever the case may be. But I'm just trying to say, if you got beef, if you know your intentions is not to go out there and get these Johns out here, just stay your ass home, man, for real. Because I want things to open up safely, and I don't want to be Pusha Icy to Lil Durk, because that's crazy to me. A promoter outside of his own venue getting shot down in the head, executional style, talking about D-Thing, Lil Durk's brother. Like, that's real. That, like, I guess, but that's a real reality for Chicago.
I mean, you talking about a city that has like 800 murders a year, bro. Like, it's different, you know. Like,
don't be starting that Fox News narrative, man.
No. I'm not. I'm just saying, like here is just so much different. Like, it's like, if you don't want, like Doc made a good point. If you don't want to be involved in the BS, you don't have to be. You know what I'm saying?
You have options. You have options. Man, shout out if you're going out, man. But
August 1st.
What's happening August 1st?
I'm out here August 1st. I should be able to walk.
Recovery, man.
Should be able to walk.
Well, where's
man.
the first place you want to go to?
Damn.
And I'm talking a Providence place. And I don't want to hear day trill. I don't want to hear Yellow Cup weekend.
No comment.
Why is it no? What are we doing here? What type of
Day
podcast
Trill
is
is
this
back
talking
or
about?
Day
Day Trill's not back yet.
Not back?
Nah, not yet. I haven't seen nothing. I know that Yellow Cup is trying to make a comeback.
Yeah. I can't.
I heard.
I'm gonna
Listen.
keep it. The last Yellow Cup weekend.
Oh man.
The one before that, Liddy.
That was like 2 years ago. The last.
Nah, the one that he did like this little sneaky spot on Broad Street.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know.
It was a vibe in there though. It was different. We was just chilling. Like the one that was in the parking lot was more active.
Ooh.
The summertime is better to have that type of events
that's true
outside.
too. That one, shout out to Wale with that Yellow Cup.
What's
weekend.
that? What's that new club that just opened? Strip club.
Oh, Silhouettes.
Yeah,
you
should go there.
Go in there?
You should go there August 1st.
August 1st, man. Dot, you down?
Yeah, man. Well, I will go though, man. Let's show love, man. Ray and DJ, Ray LBJ,
Smooth Sunday.
Skyline on Sunday, Smooth Sunday.
Can I be honest with you? The only reason why I
November Thursday. That's what we gonna be.
You know what I love about that whole Skyline? The vibe, the ambiance. Like you gotta you can go in there, relax, chilled, dress up. Like it's a smooth occasion, so that's why
it got anything you want. It got the goons in there, it got the college kids, it got the workers. So it's like,
what about the ladies? What type of ladies?
Oh, ladies,
break that down.
Ray Elevant, ladies for sure. DJ and Ray Elevant, ladies.
Oh
for
my
sure.
goodness,
for sure. And
that's
that's not that I'm looking, but just what I noticed.
Right.
You wear sunglasses?
Sunglasses all the time.
Nah, there's some things in there for sure. But if you're gonna go out there, make sure you go safe, man. Leave the straps at home. Leave the shanks at home. Like I want to get
just
back
have a good
to,
time.
Just have a good time, man. And that's what I miss. Like I get it. I feel like the hookahs just ruined the dance floor. You know what I'm saying?
What was the number one club in your young era? When I was
young, it was Barry's.
Barry's All Ages Night.
All Ages Night. Then after that, Ultra Lounge. My Lord. I used to have, like...
There wasn't more fights at Ultra than the hookah spots?
Yeah, no lie. Ultra, the first time I went out...
Every day.
No. That wasn't Ultra. That was the spot across the street.
They shot the dude inside Ultra.
Yeah,
No. That was
the spot literally right across the street. What was the name of that
Elements.
spot?
Elements.
That was Elements you're talking about.
When they recently shot.
Oh, recently.
I'm
right.
telling you, he's asked when I
All right,
went.
chill parks. Chill parks. Chill parks.
Nah, he's talking about when I went.
Yeah.
It was
Diesel.
Ultra, Diesel.
They had the rotating floor.
Yeah, yep.
That was a good time in there.
Jovan's had some
Bootleggers.
good time. Bootleggers. Jovan's was the spot.
I think that's the first party I ever went to.
Yeah,
Hang out with you.
Jovan's.
Jovan's.
So, I've been doing this a long time. Quarantine made me sit down. I had to get things right with the family, get the family situation right. But
Yeah, Zeem was a suburban dad.
Yeah, chill.
Your kids don't even play basketball. They play baseball.
But that's the image that is going out there right now. If people saying I ain't from the streets, I changed. And I'm
Well, did you?
Nah.
Yo, listen,
I did.
Hold on.
It's okay to change. I change.
Every 3 to 5 years, you have to reinvent yourself as a person.
Right. I agree to that. I still got my childish ways, some of my tendencies that I can't let go of, but I'm trying to for the betterment of, whatever the case. But a lot of people don't like that, Josh. What do you say to those people that don't like that?
I don't think it's a lot of people. I think
change?
that if someone says you changed, I'd be like, yes. I'm constantly changing. I'm evolving. I'm developing. I'm growing. The same things that excited me when I was 26 don't excite me at 36. Like, you know what I'm saying? You change.
I'm taking notes.
Bro, like, listen, I've been seeing a change in both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? We getting older and we have other interests, other things that we want to do. Instead of spending $1,000 on a chain, we want to spend $1,000 on a vacation.
Or a bathroom.
Yeah. Or some do-it-yourself bathroom stuff. Yeah, I've been watching.
That's facts, man. That's facts.
It's progression. Listen, man, the playoffs, we're missing Curry. We're missing LeBron.
I ain't missing him.
You ain't missing LeBron. Yo, listen, number one LeBron James. Listen, I don't like LeBron either, but you really don't like LeBron.
It's sickening at this point, to be honest with you.
I found myself defending LeBron James to him, and he's like, "Stop doing that." I'm like, "Damn, I'm really defending LeBron."
I was just happy he admitted that, because I said, "Who you hate more, Westbrook or?" That's when I know you hate LeBron if you choose him over Westbrook. I was like, God damn. But shout out to LeBron, man. Listen, I'll tell you this. I'm not making no excuses for him, no nothing. But he really don't care, yo. He really don't care.
What do you mean you don't care?
He just won a ring 4 months ago.
Well, here's what I heard. I heard on a Bill Simmons and Ryan Russillo podcast, Russillo said that he was talking to people inside the LA organization and that LeBron told AD, don't even bother playing Game 6. Like, LeBron, like, remember how we always had that conversation? Like the players know first where things are going. And LeBron said, bro, we not, like, we got no chance to win it. Like, we're not healthy enough.
So when you hear that, how does that make you feel?
That guy could be that.
Yeah, because he's viewing it as that, like, listen, I see what it is.
Man.
I'm not really where I'm at 100%. I feel it. High ankle sprain. It took, like, football players 3 months to come back from that. He's trying to do it and got to do it on both ends.
I can't hear that.
Why?
Talk to me.
Because game 1, game 2, whatever the case may be, when he's
he's
laughing,
smiling,
he's backing down, he's doing salsa dancing, he's sliding all over the floor. There was no ankle injury.
I hear you.
When the going
but who
got
was
rough,
there? But who was there with them doing all that dancing with him?
What does that matter? So are you
His
really a
second
killer?
best player, or he keeps deferring as the best player is there.
During
Why
quarantine,
would he not?
During quarantine, I learned a lot. I got
What?
to watch the Last Dance
It
documentary.
wasn't Last Dance.
Last Dance documentary.
Right.
And there was a game. Scottie Pippen could not go because of health reasons.
Right.
He didn't pack it. The real GOAT, did not pack it in. He played. He did what he had to do, and he elevated everyone else, and he won.
Now see, but what stage of MJ's career when he did that?
Pretty late.
He was 35, 36.
35.
In
that stomach
98.
flu something?
Nah.
98 might be 36.
Nah, that was the last championship that they won. That was a year that they were kind of running on fumes. Like year 1 in the second
I'm
three
talking
peat.
specifically
The game, no.
The game that he's talking about. What year was that?
I'm trying to tell you, it was 98 where Pippen had a back, where Pippen was having back spasms. And MJ took almost
you're talking about that year.
MJ took like 40 shots.
I don't care about regular season. I don't care about winning chips. I don't care about winning chips.
Okay.
We only go. The Ghosts only go undefeated in the chips.
Oh my God. Listen.
So I think that there is a distinct difference between Jordan and Bron, like a Kobe, but Bron, you know what I'm saying? That's just how he is. Like, he's calculating his mind, we probably not even gonna really get there. And he knows that if the Lakers look banged up, injured, rather than him going through the motions and maybe getting beat in a series by Kyrie and KD, where people will they'll look at that worse, damn, or if he would have lost to the Clippers.
And is that the kind of mentality that we want? And hold up, Zeem had the nerve to say the roster was not that good. Now, before the season, I was hearing, we got 2 6-men in a year. We got Andre Drummond in mid-year. We got Gasol. He's gonna get one for his bro pal. But now they're not good.
And then Trench is saying all that. Who was there?
Kuz got his extension over the summer. He's ready.
AD was there. AD is when LeBron already said, we go as AD goes. A groin is a groin.
To not get out the first round?
Against the number 2 seed?
That hasn't been in the playoffs since when?
It doesn't matter. What did they did now? This year, there was a number 2 seed.
I'll say this. I think that...
How you not fond of that?
Listen,
that's crazy.
I think that the Lakers had a really good chance to win the championship healthy. We wasn't healthy, and it just comes down to it. A lot of teams is losing because they're just not healthy.
Right. Look
It
what
happens.
IE, the Toronto Raptors, how they win their chip.
I don't like-
Curry's
I don't like
first
doing
ring.
that.
I don't like doing that
I don't
either.
like doing
But
I
that.
you
guess
gotta call a
last, I
spade a
guess last
spade.
year don't count because the Heat wasn't healthy. If this is the
What? Oh, with
this is
Bam
the-
and Garbage?
this is what we're going off.
See,
of?
I see the. See,
you're right.
Zeem,
I ain't
that's
gonna
why
open
I
up
say
that
we
can of
can
worms.
because we can go all the way
You got
back.
me there.
We can go all the way back and start talking about all the people that was injured along the way in
Alright,
playoff
that's great.
years.
That's legit. That's
Yeah,
legit.
so
I'm just saying,
let's be fair.
NBA's sick right now with LeBron James. Without LeBron
I agree.
James, they're
I
sick
agree.
without Stephen Curry.
I agree.
They're sick without Russell Westbrook.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
Nobody
I'm
was
just
missing.
And Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
had him in there. He
He
was
was
there.
there. He was there.
He
I'm
just
just
stunk.
saying, like, star powers drive this league, and not for nothing. Like, you could even tell with these hot take debate shows, they don't even know what to talk about right now. They,
Like,
they
what do you
like,
mean?
like meaning like they always used to start off the segment on Curry
LeBron.
and LeBron, whatever. Now they're bringing up LeBron and his what's that movie?
Space Jam.
Space Jam. They're bringing up this.
His
They're
number
like,
switch.
It's just the number switch. Like you could
In
tell they're
fairness,
fishing.
in fairness, I think that in our chat we all called this. Now the big thing leading the debate shows from what I've seen is they're piling on Giannis. We knew that. Here's what happens: they're gonna build him up, turn him into the MVP, he's a superstar. Now when the team don't win, they're gonna like just rip him.
But rightfully so. I'm not saying he gotta beat the Nets, but he can't get swept or a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can't happen.
no
This
way.
gotta
Well,
go
well,
seven.
Well, it hasn't happened yet, and they're already like, see, like that's the thing about the hot takes. Like we in our group chat for America out there, we troll each other. Like I know where to push Sean's buttons, he knows where to push my buttons. Sean knows
My
where to drive
buttons don't
Zeem
get
crazy.
pushed.
Yo, listen.
Yeah, Zeem
Yeah,
the
my
easiest
buttons.
buttons.
Yo, Zeem is the easiest
My
guy.
buttons don't
He be
get
like,
pushed.
yo, Jiggy. Oh.
Yo, memory lane. One time, Zeem, at one point in his life, for whatever reason, was a big Troy Ave fan. And
Twin, what up, twin?
I
What
remember
up,
me and
twin?
Josh trolled him so bad, he had the nerve to tell us, well, you know Troy Ave will beat you up, right? I was like, bro.
Yo, you know what's so funny and crazy about that story? I'm like, yo, guys.
Motivation Mondays.
Yeah,
Remember that?
I was like, guys, pull up to love. Troy Ave's coming. No, I got work in the
that's
morning.
cap.
I got
That's
work in the morning.
cap.
Guys
That's
didn't
cap.
want to show
Yeah,
up.
That's
to the
cap.
club.
trying to
Yo,
cover it up.
Hey, yo, Wonder White's lying because
what?
Troy Ave and BSB was in what's that spot on Fed Hill?
Love.
No, it wasn't Love. No, it wasn't Love. No.
Nah,
They-
with,
it was
the
Flow?
Loft, the Loft,
No,
the
no,
Loft.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
It was on Fed Hill.
Smoke Lounge?
Nah, it was Flow.
Nah, Flo
It was-
Flo's on
what's the-
Prince
what's
You
the-
can
Street.
tell this guy don't
What's
go
the
out.
small
Oh my
club?
God.
Huh? No. We was on Fed Hill on a Thursday.
Thursday?
Yes, me and Zeem was out here.
And Troy Ave
And
was
Troy
in
Ave was
Fed
there.
Hill?
Yo, remember
Small
the dude was
club on
yo.
Fed.
Remember the dude was going
Audience,
crazy.
you know what he's talking about? I have no.
Yo, what's the club that's on that corner? It's small.
South Beach, Vault Lounge.
Vote Lounge. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was lying. Oh, I was lying. Yo,
Wait,
listen.
Troy Ave came in there?
Yeah, he was in there. Brooklyn was in there. It was the
Oh,
whole
yeah,
BSB
yeah,
was in
yeah,
there.
yeah, you right,
Yo,
you right.
and I was up in there giving mad daps, saying what up. And
Right,
she
right,
was like,
that's true.
oh man. I was in there chilling.
Nah, that's right. I do remember that.
That was a
I can't
funny
front.
night.
But I had to coach you up though. Like,
No,
you okay?
I was like-
got you.
I was like, yo,
introduce you.
I say, yo, I'm comfortable.
I remember the first thing Justin like, wow, his head is bigger than I thought. Pause.
I said that.
Troy Ave, you got a block
I
head.
was like, damn, he's
what-
really not your twin. Because you got a little peanut head and he had a big old dodgeball head. I'm
for
like,
real.
damn, bro.
Anyway, back to the playoffs,
Yep.
man. Listen, all I gotta say is the Brooklyn Nets are winning it all.
Yep, I agree.
Secondly, we gotta stop keeping it real. Ben Simmons is a liability, and I feel like he gets a pass. It is. When
But
you
they
have to
think-
rely on Steph Curry.
But I feel like people talk about Ben Simmons' lack of offense a lot.
No, when
It's a-
it started when they seen the hack of
It's-
Ben,
it's-
but
yeah, you can't hack a Ben on a point guard.
Yeah.
And you
Crazy.
can't have your, and I don't take away from his talent. I know he's very valuable
Right,
piece,
right.
but you can't, for them to win a chip, their all-star player can't get 4 points and just be a good
Facts.
rebounder and
an
a good
assist guy.
passer.
But
and
he
play
that cannot
defense.
happen.
Oh, but he closed your boy Westbrook out on a triple double.
Yeah, but that's Russell Westbrook. Wait, like, see, that's what I'm saying. You're going to
But
somebody who's not in the play.
But let me
focus on this series
So
of what
I
he's
will
doing.
focus
That
on
can't
the
happen.
series. Trae Young moonwalked on Philly. Hold on. Trae Young moonwalked on Philly in game one.
Yep.
And everyone's like, yo, like, he's getting ready to take over the playoffs.
Okay.
Ben Simmons shut his water off.
Yeah, but you can say that and all, but all in all, nobody on this planet thought that the Wizards was ever going to beat the 76ers or the Hawks was going to beat the 76ers. He could get stops, he could do X, Y, and Z, but they're naturally a better team. When they start playing the Bucks, when they start playing the Nets, when they play
I think
the
they
Clippers,
beat the Bucks.
when they play the Jazz, he's going to have to score.
76ers beat the Bucks if they make it there?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think Nets and 76ers?
I feel like the Nets are going to win it. I feel like the Net.
I can't lie.
feel like
I don't want them to win it, man. I've been trying to.
He wants them to win it bad.
Who can do it? And I feel like it only can be Kawhi.
If it's the Clippers Nets finals, I don't care who.
He
wins.
won't beat. Yo, the
I don't
Clippers
care who
won't.
wins.
Clippers won't beat the Nets because I don't like. As great as I think Kawhi is, I think that when all three guys are healthy, I think that LeBron and KD are in a class above him.
Above
Kawhi Leonard.
But see, I don't put
Because
KD
of the
in that
play,
class.
you don't put KD in the class
KD's
of
in that
LeBron.
class.
and-
I think
Kawhi.
KD is the most talented NBA player because you can roll the ball out there, give me 30, give me 35. I just feel that everything around him has to be ideal and perfect.
And so, same thing with Kawhi Leonard.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Kawhi Leonard.
Not necessarily. I get what I'm trying to say. I respect KD's dominance. I think he's the best player in the NBA.
Everything gotta be.
Not for nothing. That Toronto team was very good, but it didn't wow you like how the Golden State Warriors did and how the Nets did. He really even
come on,
if he
you
won a
gotta
chip
keep it real
with
here.
like a hurt Klay Thompson, a hurt KD.
Yeah,
he took him there, and that's tough to do.
And then
KD had his chance to do that. He did it 2012, but after that he was never able to do it again.
And I know before we start hating on Westbrook, just know that KD missed 2 playoff runs during that stretch when it was nice. He got hurt, and Russell Westbrook missed one. So that's 3 years out of that 9, adding the 4 that they did make it, and then you can't count the first 2.
And he blew the 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
So my thing with Kawhi is Kawhi last year. Don't forget, listen, so
he put up the numbers.
Not in game 6 and 7.
No, game 6. Go look back. He put up it was game 7, which he did not.
For sure. He had a bad game 7.
Yeah,
for sure. They blew the lead game 6. He had a bad game 7. But my thing is, we could go back to LeBron 2011. Yeah. We could go back to KD when he had bad series against the Golden State Warriors that year. So it happens.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it, and I think that everything has to be perfect on a lot of guys to win it. Hold on, listen, right? I'm not a huge fan of LeBron, but when I hate how people minimize Bron's help.
No,
and hold on, listen, right? I think that LeBron James is the greatest player in this 2000s. I think he's the greatest player of the 2000s. I don't think that.
Right,
I don't think
lead up to where you're gonna slide him.
I don't think that. I
hate he does this.
I don't
even
think
in text messages he does it. Set up. All right, this is what I really want to say.
I don't think that Kawhi Leonard has been better than LeBron James a day on this earth.
That's opinion.
At all.
That's
at all.
Based.
I'm just watching them, and I just think that. And then I think that Kevin Durant, his prime, where he would have won the championship at Golden State, and then either stayed with Golden State and went to Brooklyn where he got injured. The fact that he's doing what he's doing now, and I didn't think he could.
No.
And he's dominant.
I can't. Well, listen, I know what he is, and you guys know I'm the one that created.
Dominant.
I created the slogan KD difference.
Yep, KD difference.
I'm just saying
that
when he says I just want to hoop, I believe it. He don't want to do the other things that I see LeBron has to do. A Kawhi has to do.
Kawhi doesn't do that.
Steph, yes, he does.
Kawhi got to do.
Kawhi's not a leader.
Kawhi's
not a leader.
Your version of leader is you have to be vocal.
It's like Bron
That's why I don't
or
like
Curry.
No,
Duncan's not. Duncan wasn't a vocal leader.
No. That narrative got to stop. This is what I don't like, man.
So listen to him. Look at him and listen to him.
I'm giving him a side eye right now.
Bill Simmons and all these podcasts say that, and then that becomes the narrative. How he not a leader when he took the Toronto Raptors as the best player? I don't care if you have a Kyle Lowry and team other veterans. Right. Kobe had Derek Fisher. You know what I'm saying? There's other veterans on the team. Right. That's just naturally.
Let's talk about circumstances then. So hold on, listen, right? Toronto had been in the Eastern Conference Finals how many years in a row? 2 years in a
Two
row.
years in a row with DeMar DeRozan.
With DeMar.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait.
Yep.
They never won because they kept running into who? Hold on. They never. Wait. Let's be honest. Wait, because we have to be
against
honest.
LeBron James and the Cavaliers. Okay, yes. All
They
right,
got
continue.
their boot smoked. So then LeBron leaves the conference.
Yep.
And Kawhi comes in
Okay.
to a team that have been the #1 seed the past 2 years. He's an upgrade over DeMar DeRozan. Yes or no?
Of course.
Huge upgrade, right? So you were able to not have to listen. So I'm just keeping it real. He didn't play the team that kept stopping Toronto.
But he's beaten LeBron before. It's like,
Yeah, that's not new
He
to
didn't
him.
have
He
a
matched up
27-year-old
he
Tim
beat
Duncan.
LeBron.
What's my favorite
He
clip?
took the challenge of guarding LeBron for a
And,
whole
and,
series.
Finals
and LeBron
MVP.
averaged 31 and shot 57%, being guarded by
No,
Kawhi.
stop doing that, man. You keep looking at stats.
If you watch the game, he dominated.
No,
He
that's
dominated.
That's not true.
He dominated.
You claim you watch basketball.
dominated.
He did
For
not
someone
dominate.
who claims you watch basketball, you can clearly look at that series and you can notice two things. How is LeBron James allowing Boris Diaw and Kawhi Leonard to guard him in certain positions?
Right.
Pop's game plan, if you remember that series specifically, was we're going to let LeBron
Look at
go
him when he's
one-on-one
talking.
and we're going to stop
Look
him.
at him.
It's
He's
cap.
fooling you.
It's lying.
Yeah,
It's lying. It's lying.
If you
It's
go ask
lying.
anybody right now,
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think Miami lost that series
Miami lost what series?
to the Spurs in 2014?
You mean the rematch? Yeah, after we lost it. The
Yeah,
reality shot.
so in 2013 the Heat won, 2014 the Spurs won.
But not for nothing, the way sports are, that series should have been 4-2. Whatever happens, Tim Duncan's on the bench, Bosh gets a rebound,
Yep.
right? And the momentum's done at
Done.
that point.
Yep. Done
So
and
both
over.
years it would have been 4-2 and then a sweep.
Right.
So you
Alright.
can't really say that.
So then we go to 2014, right? And you look at that series, you claim to watch the series, you can watch the
Yep.
series. Like, and I'm not even a LeBron fan, I hate defending him, but yo, like, Dwayne Wade fell apart. Right or wrong, yes or no?
He did.
You
The
watched the
glue was
series,
coming
right?
out glue.
You watched the series? Did Dwayne Wade not fall apart in that
Chalmers
series?
did it, but Chalmers did his team. Yeah.
How much did Kawhi average that series?
But what does it matter?
How much did he
did
score?
what He did what
Because
he needed
he
to
was
do
a-
to win
he was
finals.
first team on
And
defense.
if he didn't stop LeBron, why the hell
He
would he
didn't
win
stop
finals
him.
MVP?
Right.
He didn't
Not 'cause
stop
of
him.
scoring.
As the fourth leading scorer.
Yeah.
Was he the fourth leading scorer?
Yeah.
So why would he win MVP if he wasn't the leading scorer on the team?
I
He
don't.
wasn't.
I
Why
just
would
think.
he?
I just think that
Same
like.
reason why LeBron dominated the Warriors in 2015 with
Right.
but Iggy got key stops and he made certain things difficult
But-
for him. That's why he
Because
won
you're looking
MVP.
at the totality,
Yeah, he has to
average
do that,
versus-
man.
I'm
Yeah,
looking.
that's crazy.
I'm looking at that Warriors series, and like LeBron really was like. I'll give him credit. He was up against it. Didn't have Kyrie. Didn't have Love. His shooting percentage was low. The reason why Iggy got it is because not only did Iggy kind of like shut him down and have shooting under 40% during that series, like.
So LeBron?
But Iggy also kind of like shocked people by scoring, and when they inserted him into the starting lineup.
Yo, you just told us a load of balloons.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yo,
And
LeBron
honestly-
shot under 40% in
Set up.
2015.
Nah, yeah,
He
it's
did.
crazy.
He shot under 40% for the series in 2015.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
yo,
look that up,
listen,
man. I never
listen.
heard LeBron shot 39% in the
Google
finals.
that right
Go
now.
Google it,
Google
Google it.
that right now. In that finals, I'll put right now $50. He shot over 40%, 42%.
In the 2015 Cavs finals that we watched at Church Street.
All right,
Put your shit
$50. Yep, $50 right now. He shot over 42%. So why that's happening?
Nah, that he. All right,
He shot over.
Go ahead.
42%
I'm waiting.
in that series.
I'm waiting.
The Iggy series.
The
where
Iggy series.
he,
and he shot either 51 or 57% versus Kawhi in 2014.
Listen, I'm just worried about this series.
Yeah, I
right
never
now.
heard
So
under
while we're
40.
getting that,
Did you find it?
information, speak on that because
Yep.
a lot of things, even with sports, it's the gambling aspect of it.
Oh my gosh! So let me be honest.
He averaged 35 points, 8 assists, 13 rebounds,
Field goal percentage.
and he did shoot 39. All right.
Woo!
But damn.
Hold on.
For the series, he
Yeah, for the
shot
series.
39?
So that's what I'm saying. Like
Damn.
I can see it. Like Iggy got on and kind of. It was partially Iggy and partially
American
to-
people, I apologize. I was confident. How you
Right.
average 30?
And how much-
So
yo,
this dude ain't no Jordan, 39% in the finals.
Let me ask you. All right.
had
But
to keep chucking. I never knew that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Dot. And then check his percentages versus the Spurs in 2014. when they
Yo,
lost
next
4-1.
episode we're gonna have laptops, so we can just do it like professionally right here.
Yo, listen, right? So America.
Yo, I ain't paying that 50
never
either.
really.
He gonna have to go get it back in blood.
All right, I'm gonna catch Zeem in traffic in Somerset. I'm gonna catch him. Listen, right? So the gambling. I was never really into gambling, but I got in this group chat and we do a lot of FanDuel betting.
Facts.
And it opened my eyes to just how big gambling is. Yo, I'm not gonna say no names, but I seen some of these degenerates betting hockey.
Yeah,
Baseball. Dudes never even been near a hockey rink.
horse racing.
Yes, they
Oh
bet
my
horse
God.
racing. Yo, so this
Horse
is right.
racing.
So I think that Max Kellerman put it perfectly. Like he articulated this perfectly. Basketball is the most intrinsically, naturally beautiful sport to watch. That
Right.
and soccer.
Right.
But football rules the day because of gambling.
Right.
Gambling.
The marketing dollars behind it.
Yes.
DraftKings, FanDuel,
Fantasy football.
Fantasy football.
So if you watch the leagues, right? If you watch the NBA and NFL, the NBA and NFL have juiced the rules to show more scoring. So like now, like we're like looking at all these guys have pumped up numbers because it keeps us on FanDuel, on Yahoo, on ESPN Fantasy, gambling more on not just the game, but gambling on like thinking that Doug McDermott is gonna be the difference between who wins FanDuel for that night. Doug McDermott versus
like
Lou.
too.
Yo, Lou Dort won me FanDuel a bunch of times.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? So
and all these sports took the formula of football in the sense of you get points for a field goal, you get points for a touchdown, interception, so on. So they do it with assists, steals, rebounds, baseball. What do they do for baseball? You know how they
runs,
hits, runs,
RBIs.
RBIs, doubles, steals,
singles.
triples. Wow.
Strikeouts.
So it's
The
crazy.
scores is probably like would be the lowest out of the
Yeah.
NFL
Right,
and
right.
basketball.
So what do you think about the guys who risk it all for this? Like, because I know people that make a living off this. Like, this is how they, not say they feed the kids. I won't go that crazy, but, you know, support their day-to-day living and whereabouts and bills. Like, can you personally live a life like that?
I mean, as to be honest with you, like it's tough. Like, yo, I'm gonna tell a true story. Like, I'm gonna say probably like a few years ago,
Yeah.
I was on Bovada. Y'all remember when I was on
yeah,
Bovada?
Bovada, yeah,
I
heavy.
was running that credit card up.
Yeah,
and I got myself in a ditch.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all remember the ticket I put in the chat. I hit for 8 racks one
Yeah,
day.
I remember that.
If I never hit for that 8 racks, I would have been in some trouble. So I get it. It's like you
Yeah.
constantly for somebody who bets, you constantly chase it. Like, let's say your thing is to do like the parlays,
Yep.
and you do a 5-team parlay for, let's say,
Right.
2 racks,
Yep.
and you're off by 1 game, and it was literally 1 point.
Right.
It's like, damn, I was this close.
This close.
I'm gonna go put money
Money
again,
in again,
and I'm gonna hit it
yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
But then, what's the
Take
chances in
another L.
sports?
Right.
6 things happen correctly.
Yeah.
You know,
And
multiple
that's my
days in
thing
a row.
in life is like putting my hard-earned money into another man.
Yeah, it's
like
a rush.
depending on another man. That like I can't lie, I catch the rush because I said it the other day in the chat. I'm like, yo, we don't have a FanDuel this week because I'm watching this basketball game. I really don't care as much as I did last week when I'm
Yeah,
invested
yeah.
in this 6-man coming off the bench because he cost $4,200 and he was able to fit my $66,000 roster. So you just view it differently, and this is why, like, I can't lie, I got into whole heavy with blackjack. Like,
Yeah, it's
when I hit that ATM and they're charging me that $10 just to take money out, I'm just like, I gotta do it. And I got into crazy debt in regards to that. But it's like, do you guys think it's a mental
disease.
disorder? Is it
It's a
You
disease.
think it could get
it's
like
a
that?
disease. Rehab for people.
Yeah.
Can't people as much as they try, they will bet
crazy.
anything. Like
Yeah.
like I've been in spots where dudes is betting like, and this is in
I
Rhode
bet my
Island.
niece.
Dudes is betting big money
Crazy.
on how a coin flip, if we're gonna flip heads or tails.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yo, like gambling, bro, is like the reason why I don't gamble as much is because I just know, like, I don't even want to get to the point
don't
where
trust
I'm like,
yourself.
yeah, like I don't want to get to the point where I'm like, yo, like I need this to hit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's scary in that regard, and it really is a disease. Dad was talking about people go to rehab for it. Like, yo, there really are some people who gamble, and you can see it's a sickness.
Facts.
It's a sickness. Like,
Nah, I
it's
can't-
fun, but
Because Dad put me onto the Bovado.
yeah.
I lost. I remember hitting for like $700. I was
Yeah,
mad
yeah.
gas. And then I took like a 3K losing streak.
Lost it
and I
all.
never showed that in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
So you pulled the Floyd Mayweather.
I pulled the fly. I only showed my wins. I never did losses,
Bovada
man.
too, them foreign transaction fees, they add up, man. I'm tired of Bovada.
I remember when I was in the process with the app, with the house, the guy that was looking at my thing was like, yo, China.
Yeah,
China.
yo.
He was like, yo, what's this about? I'm like, damn, I got gambling habits. He's like, listen, you got to stop that ASAP because we ain't going to lend you nothing like seeing all this stuff.
And you seen that movie? What's that movie? I forget the name with Adam Sandler.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's a
just keep
real
on that
story.
shit, Yeah.
That's a real story.
Yeah.
Man.
He put everything
Hidden
on KG.
Jewels.
Is it?
Was it Hidden Jewels?
Hidden Jewels,
yeah, and he hit
gems
you,
or something like
man.
that.
Hidden Gems, yo.
Yeah, listen. If you're a gambler out there, do what you do. Just make sure you have a backup plan. Make sure you pay your debts too, man. I can't it's hard for me to stomach dudes that don't pay their debts and still.
So you gonna pay that 50?
Oh damn.
America seen a shake on it.
See how he be contradicting?
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna pay that 50. Cash App is gonna be blinging later. Nah, it is. How do I say it? It is another means to pay money. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And another ways to get money. But even during this quarantine, there's been gambling. What other things that people been doing to just get their bread up?
So that's another thing where people show their wins but never the losses is a lot of people been investing money in the stock market, cryptocurrency. So like me personally, I have a brokerage account where I do a lot of my more conservative, safe investments, and then I like to play with the crypto on Robinhood and in the Bitcoin and stuff like that. And it's just fun as long as you don't get too deep in. Like,
now explain that deep in part, because I know you guys talk about it in the chat, and you guys see every time you guys talk crypto, I ignore that. First of all, I don't know what the hell you guys talking about. Secondly, I guess I'm just old fashioned. I need tangibles. Like I need to go to an ATM and say that this Bitcoin that just did X, Y, and Z and all these percentages that you guys show. What can I buy with that? Can I buy diapers with that?
So basically, like the way that I do it through Robinhood, and I invested in Bitcoin, and Dogecoin when it was at a certain level, and so like the Bitcoin is down, but like as you can see, me and my boy Nems, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nemesis. We was talking about we bought Bitcoin at a certain point. We knew that it was predicted to go down, but we're taking a long-term bet saying that Bitcoin right now is trading at like 37,000. So there's a strong possibility that it could hit 1 million.
See, that's still foreign talk. That sounds intense. When I hear 1 million, I'm like,
So to give you like Josh obviously has the most knowledge on this, but to give you kind of like I want to say dumbed down.
Appreciate it.
So I was talking to somebody that I knew that, and if I tell you who I was talking to that told me this, that kind of like made me get into it. But him, so he was like, yeah, man, I just knew the right people at the time, and I invested when it was this, and I just had like, I think he had like, I don't even say the amount he had, but he put an amount when it was at a certain price, and then when it got to when it was going up, he took it out. He cashed out 32,000. I was like,
so he actually cashed out.
Yeah, so he sold it.
Sold it.
So I was like, get out of here. Show me.
Yeah.
So he shows me. And this is all he's showing me through the IG and everything. He's showing me proof.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man, it changed. And I see this dude now. He's traveling all the time. He started his own little business. IG, so I was like, yo, it gotta, I gotta probably get into this a little bit. But I just wish that, like, I would have followed the trend when everybody on Twitter was talking about invest, do this. I'm like, these dudes don't know this. I laughed at them kind of. But if I would have listened at that time, I'd be
that's
doing
how I view it
right now.
Like, now it's at the point where, oh my God, every IG story they're showing that little roller coaster thing.
But they never show the red one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And now I'm just like, is it watered down now? Now the cat's out the bag.
I'll say this, right?
I mean?
So Bitcoin, the people like Sean's talking about, they made money because they got in early. So like probably when he cashed out was when Bitcoin went to like 60,000 plus.
No, this is for Doge.
Oh, for Doge. So Doge, even though Doge went down, I'm still super up on it because I bought so low.
Yeah.
So I'm just chilling because cryptocurrency is gonna start being accepted in a lot of other countries. Yeah. So for example, Mark Cuban takes Dogecoin at the American Airlines Arena. Yeah. So, like, as an investor, you have to know, it's like gambling. What can you afford to lose? Don't ever put in more money than you
Then you
like,
can actually-
and then you're watching it every day like, oh my God, is it
Right,
going up?
right,
Is it
right,
going
right,
down?
right, right.
So you have to be able to be like, all right, if I lose this $1,000, I lost it.
Yeah.
If I lose this $2,000,
Oh, so
I
it
lost
is risk to lose.
You could definitely
yeah.
lose. So I'll give you an example
Oh.
of one of my investments. So,
Yep.
Killer from our chat, he
Yep.
has said,
AMC.
Killer. If you know Killer from our chat, he doesn't talk too much. He like
yeah.
kind of comes
Yeah,
in
facts.
here and there, say something. Well, like
Shout out Michigan. Yeah.
probably like 2 months ago, he said invest in AMC.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
The movie
but,
company,
But then
correct?
he said
Yeah, yeah.
he
Movie
said
theaters.
invest in. Then he said it again, like, yo, do you see what AMC is doing?
Yeah.
So then I just thought in my mind, I forget what it was at the time, but I was like, damn, like movies are gonna open,
Yeah.
things are coming out. This may be worth something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that first day I put it, I put $500. I bought $500 worth of AMC stock.
Yeah.
Goes up that day. It goes up to like 982. I'm like, this is all
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a
yeah,
day.
yeah,
I'm gonna be rich. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
But then it goes down, and then now it's kind of like going up a little more. Where I'm
Right,
at
right.
like I probably like $102 profit.
yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
praying that
Right.
it kind of soars and goes up even more,
Don't you
or
come
it gets to
with
$100
outside,
where I'll
yeah.
make a like if it's
Yeah.
at 40 whatever right now,
Right,
and it
right.
gets to 100, you
Right.
make a little profit. And then you have to make the gamble to know, are you gonna stay in,
Yeah.
or do you trust that it'll grow further than 100?
So yeah, one of our guys in the group chat is super up, and when we were talking about investing,
Yeah, for real. I'm trying to think. Ooh. Nah,
me and so like he's like, yo, like if I invest this amount, like what can I expect to make back? And me and the other dude, Nems, who's talking about investment, like, yo, like I'm investing in Bitcoin as a long-term like investment.
Stability.
No, not
Retirement? Oh,
no,
my
no, no,
fault,
no,
my
no.
fault, yeah.
So what I'm looking at it is like, yo, I'm making a long-term bet. So Doge was quick money,
Yeah.
quick bands, but Bitcoin, I'm like, they're gonna stop making Bitcoin at a certain amount, right? They're gonna stop making it.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that as they make it and it's less, and it becomes less and less available, that over the long run I'll be able to make a lot of money. So I'm not even watching it.
All right.
So like 2018, when Bitcoin started or
Yes.
whatever year,
Yeah.
imagine if you put in when it was like a zero,
Zero,
and
yeah,
then now it's at 37.
Right,
like
right.
look how you
The
be
flip
a
is
millionaire.
crazy.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's just
And there's people like that, bro. Like there's like they call them cryptocurrency millionaires, like a whole new class. And it's not the typical investing where you have to go through a brokerage house, a JP
Right,
Morgan
right,
Chase,
right,
a Goldman Sachs, a State
Yeah,
Street,
nah,
a
I
Brown
might,
Brothers.
I might get into it. I can't lie. I definitely might get into it.
Because you don't even say anything or respond when we talk about it in the chat.
And I'm being honest, because first of all, I don't understand. I'd be lost. On top of that, I always think like I am that old fashioned, like, all right, I hear all that, but what can I buy with it? You know what I mean? Like they're saying you can cash out on it or sell.
so. I think he said if the number's correct, he said he made 36,000.
Yeah,
And by the time he cashed out taxes and everything, he was
Right.
left with 32.
32. I could
Whenever you
work
hear
with
them,
that.
whenever you hear them Republicans and Democrats arguing about raising the capital gains tax,
yeah.
that's what he's talking
That's
about.
what he's talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, man. I'm just happy to be back in the building. Can I keep it a
Facts.
buck with you guys?
Yeah.
I know,
I've missed
man.
you. It's been a long time. This has been a great podcast. Listen, and this is only episode 1. I'm trying to start this like from the jump. Like,
Yo, yeah, we gonna let's
Yeah.
get a little vibe to it, man. It's
Yeah,
a little
like,
studio,
you know what I
like
mean?
the
And then-
mic got me. Yeah.
Yo, next time you bring some like hors d'oeuvres, some snacks,
Charcuteries.
you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
bringing a hookah next time. I'm
Oh,
not gonna
my
lie to you.
goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
We
Pour
got,
up
we, got
over
ask
here.
the, we got to ask the producer if this is smoke
Yeah,
zone.
yeah, that's true too, man.
I don't know. I seen a music video shot in here with lots of hookah.
Yo, listen, we gotta make sure the boys ain't watching though, man. But yo, shout out to everyone listening. Thank you for supporting us, man. Honestly, it's dope to be back with my guys, Professor and Dot. This is really a vibe. I really feel like somebody. Like the mic's here.
Whoa.
Well, yeah. Pause, man. Damn, see what I'm saying? Why you gotta sexualize everything, man?
I just
My
wanna-
God, that how hell it was kind of suspect.
Yeah, you was like this. I'm like, whoa, he's really good at that.
Oh, man. Yo, listen, we gotta go, man. That's a wrap, man. Yo, shout out to everybody, man.
I'm out.
Oh.